It just
I'm
frustrates
gonna
me when I
fuck
think
the evil
about
out of Darth Maul.
it. Just
Wow. That went in a weird direction.
what?
crap.
Like, are we talking about Darth Maul before he got chopped in half? Because that'd be really awkward. Like,
Well, fucker came back to life. The Star Wars canon is bullshit.
dude, okay, you can't believe Star Wars. I mean, Anakin shouldn't even been alive after the fucking last fight. Like, what kind of lava only half burns you? That's bullshit. Like, that lava
Minecraft,
gave
if you're
up.
lucky.
Well, to be fair, he didn't fall in the lava.
Oh no, he just caught on fire next to the lava beach.
Yeah, like he was
what
close
the-
enough to it,
Okay.
like it burned him.
Okay,
But
so if we're gonna be picking that movie apart, both of them would have been dead just by exposure.
Well,
being
yeah, you
next
can't
to
survive
and
on
or
that
above it
planet.
all.
I don't give
No,
a shit
man.
if you. I don't give a shit if you have the Force.
It is the Force. You just make.
I grew
like
up
a force
reading
field.
Jedi novels, and that's bullshit even for Jedi.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like
the
I
Star
can
Wars
imagine if
trilogy
it
gets
was like
dumber than its own fan fiction at some point.
God. But it's
Speaking
about
of weird
the
Star
emotions,
Wars
Steve.
trilogy shit, I was going to thrift stores because I was trying to. I was just there like helping a family pick out furniture and shit, but I also wanted to try to grab, if I could, like the original Star Wars movies on VHS, like before they fucked it.
Before they edited everything.
Yeah, I found a box set of the original Star Wars trilogy. But here's how the VHSs went in the box set and the little like repackaged, like rubber banded together thrift store. It went A New Hope, The Phantom Menace, Return of the Jedi.
Yep, sounds legit.
I'm like, wait a
Sounds
minute.
normal.
I think you're trying to pull a fast one on me. I don't remember Liam Neeson being Darth Vader.
Shut up, you piece of shit. They're all VHS tapes. You can't tell the difference from the side. They're all black.
Luke, I am your father, and I have a special set of skills.
Wow.
I actually have the DVDs before they altered it. I have the first set of DVDs that came out. So it was like just a reprint of the VHS tapes.
I thought it got digitally remastered before DVDs ever came out.
Yeah, they edited. They edited
No.
them on the VHS first.
Yep.
Did they?
Yeah,
Because
the
one-
DVD version should still have all the bullshit CGI additions in them.
Okay, because I got to recheck because I remember watching it and I didn't see any of like the bullshit like, oh, there's
we-
a fucking
we
dinosaur in
watched-
the middle of the scene. It's
We
like,
watched
okay,
episode 1 with the Plinkett review, commentary over it, and he was calling out the dinosaurs while we were watching it.
were we?
I think they did their first like digitally remastered stuff in like '95 or something like that on VHS.
Yeah, if you rewatch the rewatch the Mos Eisley scene, there's just a bunch of weird CG animals everywhere, and like they're like in front of the screen and shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I don't remember it that well, but admittedly, it's been many years actually since I've seen the original trilogy.
I mean,
I'm kind of
Same.
I don't know. It's kind of flabbergasting when you think about just like how many other movies could just totally be altered by CGI, but they just don't do it out of just fucking respect.
Yeah, man. Didn't we totally needed a beak for the for that pit? You know? Remember the pit? What was it? What the fuck was it called?
The Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, the Starlight Pit.
They took
totally
that
needed
one band that
totally needed a
performs
beak.
in one of the movies and turned it into a CG cartoon.
Yeah.
Like the lady does a dance number in front of this camera, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
minutes
yeah.
long.
That just seemed unnecessary more than just like groundbreaking or world shattering or anything like that.
I think he just changes it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, because I mean,
Because nothing else he ever does matters, so he just keeps going back to Star Wars to have something to do.
To be fair, how many YouTube videos do you think like after you're done recording? Oh man, I should have said this at X point or something like that. Do you ever have that or no?
yeah,
Oh,
I
when
don't go
you're,
back
like,
and edit
when we're-
it back in.
when we're
Well,
recording
It's kind of
a
not
Let's Play?
It's not the same thing necessarily, because when we do it, it's all just live commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's not the same thing as something that you have like years to work
a lot
on.
of time to think it. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, I mean,
But,
you
like-
don't go back and edit it like 6 times.
And frankly, if you make a masterpiece of some kind that people make a huge deal about, when you're like 20, 30, 40 years older and a completely different person, you shouldn't go back and try to change it as if your new vision's better than the one that made it work in the first place.
Like, I mean, or if anything, just give people the option. Like we have a fucking, it's like a Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray disc that's 4 gigs. You're not telling me the original Star Wars is big enough to fill up a fucking Blu-ray. At least include the original fucking footage and then the new edited version and just give people the option.
All part
like-
of my original vision.
How fucking hard would that be to just say like, hey, here's the version that doesn't suck and here's a version that has shit all over. And it's like, you just choose. I mean, maybe even, go so far as to have like George Lucas shitting on one of the selections on the menu item, and it's like that's the one you don't want to watch. It's like, okay.
Like when you
That's
hear
the
that
one nice
Han
thing,
Solo
though,
was
about-
supposed to be like a used car salesman, and there was supposed to be an Indiana Jones movie that took place in a haunted mansion.
What?
Why?
'Cause George Lucas is not a great idea man if you just let all of his ideas happen. Someone's supposed to stop the stupid ones.
George Lucas is great when someone's there to funnel it. If no one's there to like just hold the barf bag over George Lucas when he just starts vomiting ideas, it's just awful because he's just sitting there like, what if Indiana Jones was a space rocket? And it's like, what? Who the fuck is, stop it, George Lucas, stop it. And he's like, but what if the space rocket went to Mars and then there were Ewoks on there? And it's like, what? Shut up. This is
It's
a
all
fucking
canon.
not in
It's all the
Needs to
same
put him
universe.
back on his meds.
Yeah, he just, God, I think
Indiana
that's just
Jones
what happens when
actually
you-
is Han Solo.
That's like, I could just imagine like he
Crystal
just sits there
Skull,
every...
that would actually make sense within continuity's sake.
Yeah, true.
Crystal Skull. The Crystal Skull is actually just like fucking the Emperor.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I'm imagining like George Lucas wakes up every morning, grabs a box of the fucking like Star Wars cereal that he keeps in like cryo freeze, and he just pours a bowl and he's like, today's gonna be a good day for more Star Wars. It's like, Jesus.
But he doesn't own the rights to it anymore, right?
Yeah,
He did sell them to Disney.
Please fix it, Disney.
Disney, okay,
Well-
I think Disney is like behind the scenes trying to just like control everything. They're becoming like the Google of media.
Yeah,
Well,
Disney
Yeah, they
is
are.
Disney's way more of a Google than anyone thinks they are.
Like,
Because they
Disney-
control way more
they
things
own-
than anyone thinks they do.
They own Marvel. They own.
They own Star Wars. They own
Yep.
LucasArts. So they own LucasArts. They own Marvel. They also own what is it? There's like a let's see.
See,
What
that's
does
that's just
Disney
the
own?
super public stuff.
They just
like,
bought TGN, so now they
Holy
own part of the
fucking
YouTube
shit.
stuff.
I'm sorry. Let me just go down the giant fucking Wikipedia list.
yeah,
So,
they have like ABC and stuff like that.
Disney owns ABC, A&E Networks. They also own ESPN.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
apparently they own fucking ESPN.
They own 32% of Hulu.
Yeah, they own a lot of Hulu. They have let's see. They have the Lucasfilm. They have Pixar now that Steve Jobs is dead.
Damn. Oh right. Yeah. Well,
What else they got? They got fucking so much shit. Let me see. What
They
other
own.
Disney
They
movies?
just own everything.
They
Yeah.
own the History Channel. They own the Bio Channel. They own
Wow,
H2.
they own the History Channel.
They
I didn't know
own
that.
Military Channel. They own the Crime and Investigation Network. They own Lifetime. What the fuck? They own Lifetime? Why? Why would you ever want to buy that? They
still
was
pulls in a fair amount of money.
Not
Apparently.
too long ago, I was pretty sick and just sitting there watching TV, and I was exposing myself to Lifetime for basically the first time ever. I gotta say, like, a lot of it's just shit, but it's actually weird. It's really interesting to see a channel where it's just constantly streaming movies all day that are 100% female. Like the entire cast is just all women.
it makes you
'cause-
concerned that
'cause
women
it
are maybe like
seems-
slowly uprising.
But like, what's weird about it is like it highlights the absurdity of it, because when you're watching it, you're like, men exist too. This is fucking weird. And then you realize like every movie you've ever seen, it's like it's just that it's that proportion flipped, like where every character's male and there's like two women. I'm like, that's not really
So like a Marvel
population.
movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's really interesting to see things flipped 100 completely around, just to highlight how nonsensical the normal is.
Speaking of Disney, did you know that two things I learned today about Disney, which one of them was that Disney bought an island for $800, which is bullshit.
How
What?
big was the island?
Pretty big. Big enough to put a theme park on.
Oh,
So
Lord.
that's bullshit, by the way. I wish I could buy an island for $800. I have $800. I'll go buy a fucking island right now. And two, Disneyland like closed down. They had this like water park. That
Disney
they had.
owns GoPro.
Oh, the water park. I've actually been to the water park.
They have three of them. They have three of them in Disney World, and
Yeah.
one of them got closed down, which is like fucking river ride or something like that. It's like Rapid River.
No, I don't know. Oh, was it River Adventure, something like that?
Yeah, what was it? Disney River Country. River
The
Country.
penis dicks ride.
Anyways, so they owned River Country and they shut it down like in 2001, I think it was, and they were just like, we're done, fuck it, it's a piece of shit. And so they left it and abandoned it. And instead of destroying it, they just kind of let it stay there. And so I watched a video of somebody like going through the park after it was abandoned, and it's kind of like nightmare fuel. It's very creepy at night because like it's not maintained at all, but they keep having the lights and the music running because of legal reasons.
What?
So
Wait,
it's just
what?
like, yeah, because legally they have to leave the lights on in case somebody sneaks in, because if they trip and fall, then if the lights are on, they could say like, well, you're fucking stupid. The lights were on. You should have seen where you're going. And so because the lights and the music are apparently synonymous with each other on the same circuit, the music is just creepily playing in the background. So you just hear like banjos, like, and you're like, oh.
That
America.
is really unsettling.
Yeah, and it's like I just watched this video of these guys and they're walking through like kind of mid-evening, and it's just like walking through and you see all these like trees just forming over everything. The water just looks like nasty as fuck. And they were like showing side by side.
Sounds like a
comparisons.
Silent Hill movie.
Yeah,
Was it the guy that did the recording? Was that the unknown cameraman? Is that who it was?
no, his name was fucking, I don't remember. It wasn't that. It was like he I guess he makes a living of just going to abandoned buildings and videotaping
That's
them.
kind of what the guy, the unknown
But-
cameraman does. I just kind of figured he would do.
Yeah,
something.
apparently I read that the reason they closed it down originally was because they found out that there was a flesh-eating virus that was in the water.
Oh,
Oh.
Lord.
Which was their own fault because they were using a water from a man-made lake in in Florida, which is bayou kind of country. So
You know,
that was
by that logic, we should shut down Hawaii.
you know what,
actually,
all
by
of
that
it.
logic we should probably
Just
just give
sink
it
it.
back. But it
Like,
was,
sink
wow.
all of Hawaii. It's going down forever.
let me see if I can find like
Volcano
a
recedes.
good
Sounds freaking
picture
creepy, dude.
to
What's the
like
place
to
called again?
representate. Let me see. Okay, here's a good like, oh god. Okay, so here's a picture of like just one of the water slides. It looks
What's it
like
called?
fucking it's called River Country. So Disneyland River Country. Here's just a picture of one of the abandoned water slides. And it looks like Chernobyl, basically. It's just like, oh god, this is just creepy.
But with
looking.
friendly looking banjos.
Yeah, but with banjos
Oh,
playing in
wow.
the background. So yeah, you just imagine like everything looks like that, but it used to be super fucking pristine. So it's like,
that is the set of a slasher movie.
oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
Man, you ain't
Here's
kidding. That looks just like Silent Hill.
here's the
Crap.
best
It
fucking
just looks like
comparison.
the movie Mushrooms.
Let me show you a comparison of what it used to be from a top-down view, what it used to be and what it is now. This is the perfect picture to show just like how bad things get when Disney doesn't give a fuck anymore.
To be fair,
That's-
we should
so that's
probably be
what
nice
happens
to
in the
our
90s.
audience and move on to topics that don't require visual cues.
No,
Yeah,
this
sorry.
should become an entirely visual podcast.
No, yeah, it's all videos all the time.